Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with an absolutely wonderful string quartet disc featuring the Belcea Quartet on Alpha. Alpha is really swinging for the chandeliers. I mean, they're issuing some terrific recordings. This is Debussy's single string quartet, coupled with the two quartets by Szymanowski, which makes this a recording of unusual value because the Szymanowski quartets are gorgeous, wonderful works that are terribly underrepresented in the repertoire. They really are. I mean, they're just fantastic. They're a little bit on the short side. That's why it's good to have the Debussy with them. They're, 20 minutes or so. I mean, I don't know. They're just not very long. But they're incredibly musically rich and fabulously fun to listen to. And they don't sound like anybody else. They are, there's this exoticism, a certain languorousness, a chromaticism that, should sound sludgy, but somehow manages not to. I'm not quite sure how he does it, but he does it. Maybe it's his sort of Polish folk underpinnings somewhere. But, along with the Janáček quartets and the Bartók quartets, these are two of the absolute greatest quartets in 20th century quartets written by Eastern European composers. And they really, really deserve all the attention you could get, which is why I was so happy to hear this. So let's just take the performances are marvelous. Let's just say that straight out. The Belcea Quartet in this case has two different second violinists, Su-Yan Kang and Axel Schacher, depending on what work's being played, but they sound wonderful. And the other participants are the same, Corinna Belcea, Krzysztof, Korzelski, however you want to pronounce it, and Antoine Lederlin, cello. And I've mangled that enough. So, the Debussy. Well, usually the Debussy, as you know, is issued in tandem with the Ravel. And so I remember it was just a wonderful review in High Fidelity. I forget who wrote it, but back when I was in high school, about recordings of the Debussy and Ravel. And they said they come in two forms, lumpers and splitters. Lumpers play the two works similarly, splitters play them differently. Well, I don't know what they would do if the Ravel had been coupled to this. But this is a really ballsy, pedal to the metal, vibrant performance of the Debussy. I mean, there is nothing, it's more like Ravel, I guess. There is nothing impressionistic or foggy about this performance. It's linear and it's rhythmic and it's really, really perky. I mean, it's bright and brilliantly recorded. And recorded very closely. Unfortunately, you get to hear a little bit of the usual, here we go, guys. That sort of stuff. The snorting and huffing, which all quartet people do instead of conducting when they need to keep time. They engage in some heavy breathing, which is really, really, really obnoxious. I mean, the mics could back off a little bit, but the performance is so exciting and it suits the drive and dynamism of the interpretations. The same thing is true of the Szymanowskis. I mean, these are works that are also, they're not, well, they do have their vicious moments, if you want to say, their Bartókian moments, where the quartet really hits hard, and they do. But a lot of the music is very, very lyrical and languorous, and but they really shape the music positively. I mean, or positively, not positively, positively. There we go. In a way that really gives the music a formal outline. It's etched with like a highlighter in places, and it's very, very powerful and emotionally intense. I mean, one of these. Let me just tell you which thing is which here. Here's the little bookie. Yeah, there we go. By the way, there are only 4 people in the quartet on the cover, but there are 5 in the back. One of them disappeared. There we go. So what have you got? What have we got here? Yes, the finale of the first quartet, which is the Scherzando alla Burlesca. That's what I was looking for. It's preceded by a Andantino Semplice in modo d'una canzone, like a song. So they capture the music's simplicity, but then when they have to do a burlesque thing, I mean, they really They really burlesqueize it. And the second quartet's on 3 movements also, and it's a short work. It's what is this? 8 plus 4 plus 18 minutes or so. And the first quartet's about the same, actually. They're almost exactly the same length. Ends with a slow movement, and it keeps you on the edge of your seat. I mean, the playing really, really does. So, like I said, this is a sensational chamber music disc, and if you're into quartets and if you don't know the Szymanowskis, give it a shot. Keep on listening, friends. Thanks for joining me. Take care.